Back on the Chunkcraft server, I previously made a way of collecting slime automatically using iron golems and cactuses, but I wanted to make a way of making that slime all end up in the same place in the shopping area, so that's what we're going to do in this video. Where previously the slime would just be put straight into a chest from the hoppers, this time we're going to put a dropper system down, so the dropper will automatically fire, sending the items to where they need to go. Now, I'm going to do a separate tutorial on this. It's a fantastic circuit that I use all the time. I believe the first time I saw it was somebody called Mumbo Jumbo on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description to him, but I highly recommend you use it. Now all you need to do is reconnect all of the hoppers so that wherever the slime lands, the hoppers will pick up the dropped slime and put it into that dropper. Next job is to clear out the long passageways that the slimes are going to be travelling along. So I've made it so all of them will link up. By placing ice down on after your droppers means that the water system that will flow over the top of it is actually going to be able to move the items much faster. Now we've got everything in place to transport the slime blobs into our area. We need to get the slimes upwards. We're going to make an item elevator for that. These are droppers facing all the way up. Now it's important to make sure that the distance between the dropper and the chests is what you need it to be. I'm thinking we're probably going to use a couple of double chests. So you need to have a block left over between the droppers and the chests, and that's where your hoppers are going to go. Now the way that hoppers will work is if you put them facing into the chests like so, the droppers will place the items up into the top hopper, and then the hoppers will transport it, and hoppers automatically try to send an item downwards before they go across, so that will go into the downward chest first. Next thing to do is simply to link up the item flow system, so the droppers that we place here will pick up anything that comes along this ice and put it straight into that bottom dropper of the elevator. Now we're going to need to have an automated system to make it so the items go upwards through the droppers. This is a fantastic design. I once again forget the name of the person who showed me this, or I watched it on YouTube. I will put a link in the description so you can also check it out. This is a system that I'm going to be using more now. It's good because it's reliable in that the timer, the pulsers, come from this item, the string, going back and forward in these hoppers. So whenever there's an item inside this bottom dropper, which there is, that clock will work. You take it out and the clock stops working because that torch is then lit. So then all you need to do is get that pulse to come into the bottom dropper. Now this is actually going to be a torch tower, so we're making the redstone go upwards using torches and blocks. You can see it pulsing, and then that torch that was just placed there, that's the one to activate the actual droppers. You only need to activate them every 2 droppers, and that will be enough to send the droppers up, the items up the dropper. Because I believe they actually go every second dropper, which is a bit strange. So just finishing off the torch tower, need to work out whether we need the torches to go all the way to the top. The only way to do that is to experiment. And the item has gone through, so that shows that this will work. Now I later found out that the downside of this dropper elevator is actually that it only works whilst there are items inside that bottom dropper here. As soon as there aren't items in there, any items that are midway through the elevator, they will actually get stuck. But really, that doesn't matter for this design because it's only transporting slime up into the chest, and as long as there's slime constantly coming, that's fine. So there you have it. I've changed the colour to green because it's going to match our final design. Next thing is to make it look like a real slime. And there you have it, our slime collection system in our shopping district. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.